What is up, YouTube? We are back on Pokemon, and today we are talking about the Christmas event, what to be looking forward to, how to prepare, all of that good stuff. So, let's first start by talking about what we know is coming. There are two main event activities to participate in. Catching Swarmons and turning them in, just like we saw on Halloween, which is accessible to the most amount of people, and doing raids, which is accessible to a less amount of people. However, if you prepare for raids, then they are accessible to you. Another great thing, actually, about raid accessibility, catching Swarmons and turning them in, it is a lot more efficient to have access, full access, to all 5 regions, right? For raids, you actually only have to have beaten one region, have full access on that region. You'll have access to all of the raid dens, and then the raid Pokemon. So it's a little bit of a give and a take there. Probably less people are raid ready than they are to catch swarms, but you can actually be raid ready before you can most efficiently catch swarms. Something to look out for. Now, on the piece of content that most people are, is just most accessible to most people, you're going to want these Pokemon, okay? We don't need to pull up double, so we'll just show these 3. You want these Pokemon, okay? You want a Smeargle with an attack boosting nature. Ideally, this one isn't very good, guys. It's just 20s, 20 attack, 20 in speed, attack boosting. You can get away with whatever you want. Not even level 100. You want specifically these 4 moves. These 4 moves, okay? It's actually important. False Swipe, Soak, and Spore, okay? Sweet Scent is for hoarding. This is just a general catching Smeargle. You can technically swap Sweet Scent out, although I would highly, highly recommend it, even if it's not necessarily good for swarms. Trust me, you'll thank yourself. You will thank yourself in the long run. Now, why these moves? Well, if a Pokemon is on 1 HP and asleep, it's pretty much the highest catch odds you can ever have. Technically, you can lower its stats, right? We see that in Alpha Catching with Contrary Spinda. You can lower its stats, and that increases the catching probability. But realistically, 1 HP and asleep is the best you can do, okay? And that is why we bring Soak. Therefore, if it's a Ghost-type Pokemon, False Swipe will still hit. And if it's a Grass-type Pokemon, Spore will still hit. Very important. Soak, okay? Moving on. All right, this is your general catcher that you don't... like a Pokemon that you won't need Soak for. Breloom is probably a little bit better because it does more damage than Smeargle, so you'll get it down to 1 HP with only 1 False Swipe, whereas Smeargle you might have to use 2 or 3. Okay? Same thing though, False Swipe, Spore, Substitute, and Seed Bomb. Substitute is for Alpha Catching. I would just highly recommend putting this on a catching Breloom in general. Again, it's not really necessary. And then Seed Bomb can be any move that is capable of killing a Pokemon. Sometimes, if you bring a full catching team, you can run into this, right? Let's just say like you come into a swarm of like 3 or 5 Pokemon that has a shiny. Well, you have to kill off the rest of the swarm before you can catch the shiny. And if none of your catching Pokemon can kill Pokemon, they all just bring False Swipe as an attacking move, you're screwed. So yeah, really important. Bring a move that can kill a Pokemon. I would just recommend Seed Bomb. You can bring Close Combat. You can bring whatever you want. Okay? Ideally with Poison Heal and with the Toxic Orb. This is more expensive. If you don't have access to this, just give it a Leftovers. It's like 10, 15k, maybe 20. It's cheap. Leftovers is cheap. You'll be able to make do. Okay? Last but not least is a Parasect. Okay? Same thing, attack and speed. And you want the hidden ability, which is Damp. This can technically be any hidden ability catcher. Parasect is probably the best because it gets False Swipe and Spore. And it's Damp. So, yeah, this just prevents the use of self-destructing moves. Again, this is just a shiny, like a fail-safe to make sure that you don't lose your shiny. While you're doing swarms, if you happen to run into a shiny that can self-destruct, it's very nice to have a Damp catcher. Also, there are swarm Pokemon that, that can self-destruct. It's very rare, but it's something to keep in mind, okay? It's something to keep in mind. All right, that is for catching. Last thing that I want to point out about that, the first 48 hours of the event, the best way to make money, I don't know if I want to say that, a surefire way to make incredible money, because we'll see what the best method is, a surefire way to make incredible money is to get as many mysterious balls as you possibly can and sell them immediately, okay? At the start of the event, the mysterious ball price will be here, and then for the next 24 hours, it will go like this, okay? It might start here, go up a little bit for like the first couple hours, and then go down, but the idea is the same. As soon as the event starts, the mysterious ball price will be at the top that it will be for a long time to come, frankly. A long time to come. It could be years for it to ever reach the value that it is the second the event starts. So look out for that. As soon as the event starts, mysterious ball price is up here, and for the next 48 hours, it will go down, okay? So just turning in Swarm Mons and getting mysterious balls and instantly selling them is some of the best money you can make. You can make like 100K in 10 minutes. Like, seriously, that's so doable. Which would be like 600K an hour. It's insane. It's insane. I'm serious. The more people doing this, the less we'll all make. But who knows? Maybe maybe not that many people will see this video, right? But that's the thing to do. Catch swarms, turn them in, get mysterious balls, sell them immediately. Best way to make money in the first 48 hours of the event. Okay? Okay. Moving on. This is probably what a lot of you guys are here for. Okay? The raids. The raids. So, I will show you my raid box. I'll show you my raid box. Boom. There it is. This is all the raid mons that I've prepped. And let's look at what is going to be good in Christmas. Okay. These are the mons that are going to be the raid mons for the Christmas event. How do I know this? These were the mons that were there last year. Right here. 2024. Shout out Call Me Sensei X. Okay, these were the mons that were the raid mons last year. Guess what? The Christmas raid mons this year were the same they were last year. Guess what? The Lunar New Year raids were the same they were last year. Guess what? The Lunar New Year raids last year were the same as the Zodiac Alphas the year before that. What I'm getting at is that the raids aren't changing. It's a sad thing to realize, right? At this point, it's pretty much confirmed, guaranteed. These raids will never change. Now, years down the line, they might. And I really, really want to see that happen. Just genuinely, I want to see that happen. I want to see new, unique raids. I don't want to just have this stuff solved because we did it last year, so we can do it this year. I want to see new stuff, okay? It is just looking like that's not the case. Again, Lunar New Year has been the same for 3 years. I believe 3 years. With the Zodiac Alphas became the raid Pokemon. Halloween has been the same 2 years. This is going to be the first time that we see if Christmas repeats. It's 99% likely that it repeats. Okay? That's just the precedent that is being set. The raid mons that have been established as the raid mons for the event are the raid mons. So here we go. We got them right here. We got them right here, okay? Now, we'll go through each of these just briefly, okay? Quickly, this is an ice type. That means that fire and fighting is super effective on the raid. And if you guys don't know, you always want to be doing super effective damage, okay? Just get that out of the way. You always want to do super effective damage. All right, moving on. Raichu. This is going to be... ground types are super effective against Raichu. Stantler. Fighting types are super effective against Stantler. Chimecho. Dark types are super effective against Chimecho. Sawsbuck. Fire and fighting types are super effective against Sawsbuck. Beartick. Fire and fighting types are super effective against Beartick. Clefable. Fighting types are super effective against Clefable. Tangrowth. Fire types are super effective against Tangrowth. Vanillux. Fire and fighting are super effective against Vanillux. Togekiss. Electric types are super effective. Gardevoir. Dark types are super effective. Salamence. Ice types are super effective. And then Jirachi. Fire types. So, what are we noticing? Fire and fighting is the best type for raids. Okay? I'm glad that I went through everyone and we just said everyone, so the unique cases are there. I actually need to make some more ice type raid mons for Salamence. I am lacking. But there you go. It's fire and fighting. There is some unique stuff in the middle, but it's fire and fighting. Excuse me. There's some unique stuff in the middle, but it's fire and fighting. Okay? So, what mons do I recommend you get? I will tell you. I will tell you. Surprise, surprise, is going to be fire and fighting mons. However, the best way to do it is to get both. Blaziken is a fire and fighting mon that covers both. Infernape is a fire and fighting mon that covers both. Emboar is a fire and fighting mon that covers both. Special shout out to Darmanitan. It's just a fire type, but it gets superpower, and its attack is busted. Let's just show that. Busted attack. So this also kind of works. But really, you want to stick with the fire and fighting mons themselves. It kills 2 birds with 1 stone. There you go. That's what you do. If you want the specific mons, there you go. There you go. Okay? Now, the distinction here that'll let you guys know. These are my focus blasters. You will notice they are going to be modest. Right? Modest 31 special attack. This one's adamant. Whoops, did I swoop? Yep, we mixed these up. Okay, there we go. Modest. All right, these are my focus blasters. And then we ran out of fighting types that have high special attack, so I just went with high special attack mons that can click focus blast. There you go. This is my focus blast team. Focus blast is actually really, really valuable for raids. We'll see how valuable it is in Christmas. In the Lunar New Year, I know slacking, you want to do it with special. There's certain times where you want specifically special attacking fighting types, not physically attacking. Okay, and we'll just have to see which one specifically that is. But that's the thing. Trust me. Now, you might be asking yourself, Focus Blast, you say, isn't that a 70% accurate move? That's correct. It is. However, there is a mon out there, Pikachu, which learns Sweet Scent. Okay, Sweet Scent lowers the foe's evasion, and it actually lowers it by 2 stages, if I'm remembering correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Pretty sure Sweet Scent lowers it by 2 stages, which is specifically better than Defog, which lowers it by 1 stage. So there you go. That's why you want to use Sweet Scent. Okay, Gravity used to be a thing to make sure that Focus Blast doesn't miss. I believe that is patched. So there you go. I'm just giving you the information. You need Sweet Scent. Defog is not as good. Gravity is patched. There you go. You know who else learns Sweet Scent? That Smeargle I was talking about earlier. Okay, so you don't even need the Pikachu. I would recommend the Pikachu because it also fits on the electric team. There you go. Sweet Scent turn 1, Focus Blast the rest. Now, what else do you need? You need a Murkrow. You need a Murkrow. What moves do you need in the Murkrow? These ones. Tailwind, most of the time. Haze, the other percent of the time. Okay? Quash and Taunt, almost never percent of the time. But you might as well have them. You might as well have them. There's also other good moves that the Murkrow can learn. Now, why are we using Murkrow? It's a common idea. We'll just go over it. Prankster. Gives priority to status moves. Okay? Dark-type foes are immune to its effects. Now, huge thing to point out. We used to think if the raid boss was a Dark-type, then Prankster doesn't work. That's actually not true. That's actually not true. Prankster still works against Dark-type raid bosses. We saw this in Halloween. So, huge buff for Prankster. It's just goated in raids. Why are we using Murkrow? For Tailwind, okay? You can also use Cottony, Whimsicott, all this stuff, but Murkrow gets the best access to support moves with Haze, Taunt, and Quash, okay? And there's other stuff that Murkrow can do too. Now, what else do we need? I've talked about this so many times on the channel. Heal Block, okay? Heal Block. Gothitelle is a wonderful heal blocker. It's relatively tanky. It can hit with the Psychic if it needs to. It's fast enough. If it's not, give it a Choice Scarf. It will be fast enough. It also has Fake Tears, right? Which harshly lowers the target's special defense stat. We've talked before about how Focus Blasts are very good in raids. It's all making sense, hopefully, for you guys. Now, after that, the fire types. Again, we talked already about firefightings. Charizard is one of the best fire types for raids because it gets solar power, okay? And Sunshine boosts special attack. Now, a huge shout out for you guys, which I would really keep in mind. Ninetales. Ninetales, our wonderful sun-setting Ninetales. Now, everyone's gonna have a Ninetales, which means that you shouldn't. Okay, it's like a weird flip-flop. It goes back and forth. When raids first came out, you needed a Ninetales because no one had one. Now everyone knows that you need a Ninetales, which means everyone brings one. Here's the thing: Ninetales actually isn't good at doing damage. It's just good at setting the sun and then doing a little bit of damage. And if you have Incinerate, it'll burn someone's berry. Important. You want Incinerate on your raid Ninetales. Okay? Since everyone has Ninetales, and Ninetales isn't that good at doing damage, you should not bring a Ninetales. Trust me, there's 4 people coming to a raid. 3 of them, maybe 4 of them, are going to have a Ninetales. Okay? You want actual damage. Charizard, Darmanitan, Entei, Heatran, Emboar, Volcarona, Infernape, Blaziken. Okay? There you go. Pick your favorites. Go with that. Just trust me, man. Just trust me. Another great thing about Infernape and Blaziken is they can go either physical or special. You notice that I have both of them here. I actually Opted not to go for a physical. Oh, I have no, because my physical Infernape I already have. Hold on, let me grab him. No, this is my naive Infernape. This is my perfect Infernape that can go either. Do I have a physical one? No. Okay, whatever. I didn't make a physical one. If you want a physical one, you can make one too, is my point. They can go physical or they can go special. Quick thing I wanted to point out here, guys. Blaziken is better than Infernape for raids. A lot of people hype up Infernape because he's very good, and a lot of people sleep on Blaziken. I don't really know why. I just wanted to show this. Infernape has 104 in attack and special attack. Blaziken, better. 120 in attack, 110 in special attack. Okay? Keep it in mind. Blaziken's better. It's like just an arbitrary thing, but if you're going to make one, make a Blaziken. If you're going to make a second one, then go Infernape. Okay? Emboar is going to be my last pick because it's slow and I just don't like Emboar, but personal bias. 65 base speed, kind of garbage. It does have 123 base attack. Again, though, Blaziken's 120. It's more versatile and can go special. 100 is fine, right? But it's, you know, it has lower special attack than Infernape and Blaziken. It's very slow. I'm just not a fan of Emboar, but it is another firefighting. Also, it does get Reckless. Powers up moves that have recoil damage, so fair enough. Flare Blitz, you know, Emboar with Reckless, clicking Flare Blitz, pretty good. Pretty good for raids. Just, yeah, there you go. Okay. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. Of course, there's the bonus stuff, right? The electric type mons that we talked about. If you want to see electric types in action, go watch my Mandibuzz raise. Sorry, my Mandibuzz raise in Halloween. We got the rock types, you know, these kind of fill a similar niche, electric and rock. And then we've got our dark types here and our ground types here. And we have a couple of ice types, right? We got our Weavile, we got our Cloyster, right? Hanging out. We got some ice types to slot in, but that's actually going to be my next thing on the agenda, is to make some ice types for Salamence. And hopefully you guys will see me live doing that, maybe after this video. Who knows? Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. That is my tips of how to prepare for Halloween. Sorry, not Halloween, Christmas. Is get your catching team together. This is the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest, you just need 3 mons. It's so easy. Trust me, just do it. Just do it, man. The first 48 hours of the event, you will thank me. You'll make a ton of money if you go and catch swarms and turn them in for mysterious balls and sell them immediately. Don't hold on to them. Sell them immediately. I don't understand why people buy them the first day of the event, but they do. People always buy them. I always think they're not going to buy them. They do. They buy them for 100K when they're worth 40. It happened in Halloween. It's going to happen in Christmas. Make a bunch of money. You'll thank me later. After that, do the raids, man. Focus on the raids. Get fire and fighting types. Just do it. Just do it, man. Besides that, you need to, you can probably skip ground types because Raichu is really frail. You can probably just do it with the Sun team, being honest. But sure, ground types. You want some dark types for Gardevoir and Chimecho. And you want ice types for Salamence. Besides that, should be a breeze. Really should be a breeze, man. It should be. Make sure you have Haze. Oh my god, make sure you have Haze. Tangrowth is a piece of garbage. We hate Tangrowth on this channel. Okay. That's all the information I could give you guys. Hopefully it's helpful. Leave it in the comments if you have anything else to add. And yeah, we'll see you at Christmas. Good luck, everyone. Peace out.